You've been chasing change for years, but every morning feels the same. Same thoughts, same habits, same results. It's not that you don't care, you're simply trapped in a loop, a quiet cycle that steals your time while you're not looking. You promise yourself tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow always arrives wearing the same disguise as today. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just standing at the edge of your potential, waiting for permission that will never come. The power of 1 hour. Here's the truth successful people discovered long ago. Real change doesn't begin with luck, talent, or timing. It begins with one simple decision to take back 1 hour each day. 60 minutes that belong entirely to you. An hour that becomes the seed of every goal you once postponed. Think about it. 1 hour out of 24 is just 4% of your day. 4% that can redefine the other 96. You probably spend more than that lost in traffic or scrolling through social media. Yet that same hour, used with purpose, can become your most valuable investment in skill, in language, in financial freedom, in life. Most people say they don't have time, but the truth is they have the time. They just give it away to things that don't matter. They give their energy to endless news, messages, and noise that generate no growth and no return. And every time they do, they deposit their attention into someone else's account. Time as your greatest investment. Imagine treating your time the way an investor treats money. Would you waste it on things that never pay you back? Or would you invest it where it multiplies, in knowledge, discipline, and progress? Your first hour each morning is compound interest for the mind. Every day you invest it, the returns grow. Welcome to English motivational learning. This is where language meets transformation, where the words you learn help you speak with confidence and think with clarity. Because the same mindset that builds fluency can also build wealth, consistency, focus, daily growth. These are not just English skills, they are life skills. Claim your first hour. Now imagine reclaiming that first hour. No phone, no notifications, no distractions. Just silence, focus, and intention. That's your personal studio for progress, your private classroom where English becomes a tool for thinking bigger, and your financial mindset begins to evolve. In that quiet space, something powerful happens. You stop reacting and start designing. You begin to hear your own thoughts again. You start asking questions that open new possibilities. How can I express myself more clearly today? What can I learn that makes me more valuable tomorrow? Which habit moves me closer to freedom in language, in money, in purpose? Those answers appear when you create room for them to exist. That room is your first hour. Successful people guard that hour like treasure. They treat it as sacred, a meeting with their potential. They know that one focused hour beats an entire day of distraction because clarity compounds. And clarity, like interest, grows faster the more you invest it. If you've ever felt stuck, it's not because you lack ambition. It's because your ambition has no protected space to grow. Your goals need oxygen, and that oxygen is time. So give yourself that time. Give yourself one protected hour every day. Your identity hour. When you dedicate that hour to reading, writing, learning, or planning your finances, you're not just improving skills, you're building identity. You're declaring, this is who I am now. Each repetition makes that identity stronger. Each morning makes it more real. You don't need perfect conditions to begin. You just need presence, the ability to stop scrolling and start creating. When you choose to invest 1 hour in yourself, you're doing something radical in a world addicted to distraction. The first hour after you wake up is your golden hour. Your brain is clear, your willpower is strong, your focus is pure. Waste it on noise, and you start the day behind. Use it with intention, and you start ahead of 95% of people around you. Picture this: a quiet desk, a notebook waiting, a cup of coffee beside you, your phone away. You read, you plan, you think, you write. You repeat. The sun rises and so do you, not just physically, but mentally, financially, and spiritually. That hour becomes your mirror, showing who you are becoming. Each day you look into it, you see growth, sharper focus, stronger habits, clearer priorities. At first, it's subtle. Then it's undeniable. People will ask what changed. You'll smile because they won't believe the answer could be so simple. Just 1 hour. One consistent promise kept to yourself. Transition. And here's the beauty of it. This isn't temporary motivation. It's compounding momentum. Every time you show up, your brain learns you're dependable. You begin to trust yourself again. And that self-trust is the foundation of fluency, freedom, and financial success. So, when the alarm rings tomorrow, pause before you move. Don't reach for your phone. Reach for your future. Stand up knowing the next 60 minutes can rewrite your story. Say it out loud if you must. This hour is mine. This hour is my foundation. This hour is my transformation. This is your chance to break the loop, to trade reaction for creation, to claim the most valuable real estate in your life, your time. And as you do, remember this. You are not just learning English. You are learning how to think, build, and rise. You are learning how to lead your own mind and your own finances. You now know the truth. 1 hour can change everything, but truth alone won't transform you. You need a system. You need a structure that turns inspiration into results. Let's design that system together. This is your growth hour, your daily appointment with progress. It's where your goals stop being dreams and start becoming habits. It's the bridge between learning English and building the kind of mindset that creates success in every area of life, including your finances. Plan before you act. Most people wake up and jump straight into motion. They start doing before deciding what truly matters. That's why they stay busy but never move forward. Your first few minutes should be your strategy session. Ask yourself 4 questions every morning. What skill am I building today? What value am I creating? How will this help my financial or personal growth? And why does it matter to my future? Write down your answers. Don't keep them in your head. That's where goals go to die. When you write, you make a contract with yourself. You give your thoughts a home and your ambitions a plan. Think like an investor planning the day's portfolio. Where will you invest your focus today for the highest return? What activity gives you the best compound interest, not in money, but in mastery? Learn with purpose. Now that your direction is clear, it's time to fill your mind with targeted knowledge. Learning isn't entertainment, it's capital, the kind that grows when applied. During your growth hour, dedicate at least 30 minutes to intentional learning. Read something that stretches your thinking. Watch content that teaches, not distracts. Study successful people who've walked the path you're aiming for. If your goal is fluency, dive deep into English phrases that reflect real confidence. Business English, negotiation vocabulary, emotional storytelling. If your goal is financial freedom, learn the language of money, compounding, cash flow, diversification, mindset. The 2 languages, English and finance, work the same way. Both reward consistency over intensity, both require practice more than talent, and both give you freedom when mastered. Active learning multiplies results. Don't just consume, engage. Pause after each paragraph. Summarize in your own words. Ask, how can I use this today? Take notes as if you were preparing to teach someone else, because the moment you can explain something clearly, you own it. Keep a growth notebook, a place where knowledge meets action. 1 page for ideas, 1 for insights, 1 for next steps. Review it weekly. This small habit separates those who learn from those who evolve. Practice with intention. Learning without practice is potential energy that never moves. Dedicate the next 30 minutes of your hour to doing.
If you're learning English, speak aloud, record yourself, rehearse real conversations. If you're learning finance, apply one concept immediately. Track your expenses, calculate your net worth, review your budget. Turn theory into habit. Progress begins when you stop watching others grow and start testing what you know. It's better to practice one skill deeply than to skim 10 lessons superficially. Depth builds confidence. Confidence builds results. Use the 80-20 principle in your practice. Spend 80% of your effort on the 20% of actions that produce most of your growth. For English, that might mean mastering listening and speaking first. For money, that might mean focusing on saving and investing before chasing complex strategies. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be present.
Every word spoken, every number tracked, every action taken compounds into future mastery. Mistakes are feedback, not failure. Each error teaches you what precision feels like. Reflect and refine. At the end of your hour, pause. Close the books. Turn off the noise. Ask yourself, what did I actually learn today? Did I move 1 inch closer to my goals, or did I just stay busy? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. It helps you notice patterns, when you focus best, when you drift, what truly excites you. Maybe you learn English better in the morning. Maybe your financial focus peaks after exercise. Track it, use it, optimize your system. Don't underestimate these micro adjustments. 15 minutes saved or refocused each day equals 90 hours a year, 2 full work weeks of reclaimed time. And in that time, your results multiply. Refinement doesn't mean perfectionism. It means awareness. When something works, repeat it. When something doesn't, change it. Your life is a living algorithm. Improve the variables and you improve the outcome. Build your rhythm. Consistency beats intensity. Your growth hour isn't about huge leaps. It's about steady rhythm. When you show up daily, you turn effort into identity. You become the kind of person who learns, acts, and improves every single day. And remember this, discipline in one area transfers to others. When you practice showing up to study English, you're also training your brain to manage money better. When you master focus, you master both communication and decision-making. Growth doesn't stay in its lane. It spills into every part of your life. So treat this hour like sacred ground. It's not a hobby. It's your foundation. Guard it like an investor guards capital. Protect it like an artist protects inspiration. Because every hour you protect compounds into a year of evolution. Transition. The hour is your mirror, your classroom, your workshop, and your bank. It pays interest in skill, clarity, and confidence. And when you practice this rhythm long enough, something shifts. You no longer chase change, you embody it. Next, you'll discover the final piece, how discipline turns this system into a lifestyle, and how that lifestyle creates lasting transformation. Because knowledge and practice are powerful, but discipline? That's where greatness begins. Knowledge gives direction, practice gives movement, but discipline gives permanence. It's the invisible engine behind every transformation. Without it, the best plan stays on paper. With it, even small steps turn into unstoppable momentum. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning after the spark fades. Motivation depends on how you feel. Discipline depends on who you decide to be. You can't always control your emotions, but you can always choose your actions. This is where real mastery begins, not when you feel ready, but when you act anyway. Because discipline isn't about force. It's about respect. Respect for your time, your purpose, your future self. Build the muscle of consistency. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build the muscle of trust. And trust, once built, becomes strength. Start small. Read 5 pages even when you don't feel like it. Speak 1 paragraph in English, even if your accent still shakes. Review your finances, even if the numbers make you uncomfortable.
The moment you show up despite resistance, you are winning. Discipline grows like compound interest, invisible at first, unstoppable later. The first week feels awkward. The first month feels challenging, but by the third month, you no longer fight yourself. Your habits begin to carry you forward. And that's when transformation starts to feel natural. Remove the decision from the moment. Don't wake up and wonder if you'll do your growth hour. Decide once that you will. Lock it into your calendar as a non-negotiable meeting with your future. Make the right choice easier. Prepare your notebook, your reading list, your goals the night before. When the morning comes, you're not debating, you're executing. Discipline as freedom. People think discipline limits them. In truth, discipline is the highest form of freedom. It frees you from guilt, chaos, and regret. It frees you from the anxiety of indecision. It gives structure to your energy and direction to your dreams. When you master discipline, you stop waiting for motivation. You start building momentum. You stop hoping for progress. You start producing it. Discipline turns I should into I did. It transforms wishes into track records. It converts time into results and effort into pride. The same principle applies in finance. People who build wealth aren't always the smartest. They're the most consistent. They save before they spend. They invest before they consume. They track before they assume. Discipline compounds wealth exactly the way it compounds knowledge. Both reward patience, consistency, and time. Resilience and recovery. Discipline isn't perfection. It's persistence after imperfection. You will miss days. You will fall off rhythm. That's part of being human. The key is how quickly you return. When you fall, don't waste time judging yourself, just restart. 1 missed day is a stumble. 2 missed days is a warning. 3 missed days is a new habit, so don't let it happen. The faster you recover, the stronger you become. Forgive the slip, but protect the standard. Your standard is sacred. It's the line that separates who you are from who you were. And every time you return to your hour, you prove that your commitment is stronger than your comfort. Transformation and identity. After weeks of showing up, something changes quietly inside you. Your brain starts to see you differently. It begins to expect focus. It begins to crave progress. You start thinking in English more naturally, making financial decisions more wisely, and responding to life more calmly. The system you built becomes self-sustaining. You no longer try to grow, you live growth. You don't just study success, you embody it. And the people around you notice. Your voice sounds more certain, your actions more deliberate, your life more intentional. Discipline gives birth to identity. Identity sustains results. When you see yourself as someone who learns daily, speaks clearly, and manages money wisely, your choices begin to align automatically. You stop chasing improvement. You start protecting it. Reflection, gratitude, and long-term vision. Each month, look back at your notes and realize how far you've come. The books you've read, the skills you've built, the clarity you've gained. Celebrate it. Gratitude reinforces growth. It tells your brain, this is working. Do more of it. But don't stop there. Project your vision forward. 1 year from now, what will your English sound like if you stay consistent? How will your finances look if you keep investing that 1 hour daily into learning and improvement? How much calmer, wiser, freer will you feel if you keep this promise to yourself? Small hours create big futures. That's the compound effect in action. One decision repeated, multiplied through time. This is how legacies are built, not by giant leaps, but by daily steps taken with purpose. Your legacy hour. Discipline is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of your legacy. Because once you master your own growth, you naturally start teaching others. You become the example your younger self needed. You show that consistency beats chaos, that clarity builds confidence, that time invested in learning never goes to waste. You're not just improving your English, you're building the mindset of a lifelong learner. You're not just managing your money, you're creating the freedom to live on your own terms. You're not just finding success, you're designing a life of meaning. So guard your hour, respect your process, honor your progress, because every hour you protect becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. The time for excuses is gone. The time for action is here. No one is coming to save your time. It's your responsibility to claim it. Start today. Start now. Speak your vision. Write your plan. Practice your craft. Track your growth. And remember, the compound power of 1 hour doesn't just build skill, it builds destiny.